It's your girl Just Free. Coming at you with another video. Feel free to hit the like, share, subscribe. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but I had some things I wanted to kind of talk about. Um, so for starters, I had a interesting conversation with a relative of mine, someone who I love dearly, and so she was married. She had two kids by this man, and he cheated excessively, almost from day one, basically. Um, and was abusive physically, I'm sure mentally and verbally. Um, and so this particular relative, this is kind of like she witnessed this. Um, so she has some childhood trauma that led her down this path that um is how she ended up marrying this guy. And also she was raised in a way where kind of she had to grow up fast. She had to help raise siblings, so she was kind of like a second mom to her siblings. So it's like even if her father wanted to tell her something, once she got a particular age, you know, um, it wouldn't have mattered. She so and also her parents had divorced at a young age, at when she was young, and her mom got remarried, who then also got into a very physical, physically abusive relationship, and amongst other things that had happened that this relative had witnessed. So fast forward to today, I was hanging out with this relative, and we were enjoying ourselves. Of course, it's summertime, so we were out and about. And so let's just say, for example, she was telling me about a guy that she was had been seeing, that she claimed she fell so head over heels in love with in a short amount of time. Because I asked her after she had, mind you, she divorced her husband. I don't know if I had mentioned that. Her and her husband have been divorced for at least 6, 7, 8 years now, something like that. Long time. So, and also let me backtrack a little bit. So she's a hopeless romantic. I think that, and she has all the qualities of a quality woman. She's very domesticated. I know people hate that word. Like, what is she, a cat or a dog? But no, she will clean, cook, and she's been a wife. And I think that she likes doing those things. She definitely, I know for a fact that wants to um she wants to take care of her man. She 1,000% does. Now, the issue we're having is that we're both of a certain age. I mean, we're past the wall, basically. She turned 44. I turned 43. I've never been married. Um, and ever since her divorce, um, she has dated many men. Like 50 Cent song. So she's dated many men. So she wears her heart on her sleeve, basically. And the thing that she attracts. So what I tried to explain to her today is that, and I didn't do a good job of it. So, and she can be somewhat defensive. So I have to preface certain things that I say. And also because me and this particular relative are getting to know each other again. Like we had some distance between us. So we are learning each other as adults, basically. Um, so with that being said, I wasn't able to articulate the fact that what she draws is basically who she is. And I said in the comment section not too long ago, I made that statement. Now, that can be taken a few ways, but I think for the most part, most people understand that what you are, what you attract. And even if it is an abusive man, it doesn't make you an abusive woman, but it makes it basically what it says about you is that you give that energy off, that you would tolerate that you accept that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that because someone else is abusive, you're abusive. It's not the same as saying, okay, an abused woman or man for that matter is the abuser. It just means that you attract an abuser because you have allowed at some point, however, many men to come into your space and treat you in a certain way. So, in this particular, in this person, this relative, this loved one, on multiple occasions, different guys that she's been in a relationship with, she has told me some statements that they made that were particularly harsh. For example, one guy, um, he cursed her son. And listen, I wasn't there, so I'm just gonna talk as though everything that I'm saying is true because we don't know the other side. But this relative, this person, I would hope that, this is not something they would lie about. Now, people's version, of course they can twist it to make themselves look good. I get that. I've done that. We're human. That's what we do. But being that I'm a close relative, I can kind of weed out the nonsense, especially as I try to hold myself more accountable, listening to people like Kevin Samuels and things of that nature. Melanie King, shout out to her, and more red pill content that most people aren't, a lot of people don't really um, get the opportunity to hear, whether they're open to it or they just don't know anything about it. So, anyway, so back to the story. This one ex of hers, he had said something derogatory to her son, her 13-year-old son. Okay. And um so that was one thing. Then there was another situation where I'll go more recent. So today she was telling me, um, a guy said, what did he say? He said something slick. Something that was just like, and actually they were going back and forth. It's like, I can't remember word for word. But so now listen at this. So here's the other situation. Now, she sort of carries herself as a, not as a professional. Let's just say that. But she's a very pretty girl, big booty. She's only known for the most part to have dated. She's known to have dated the drug dealers and the, whatever guys, street guys, basically. So I said to her, would you date the corny guy? And she took it another way. And I said, no, I mean the guy that works at the bank, the doctor, the lawyer, whatever. And she goes, well, yeah. But I've been told by those guys that I look like I only date drug dealers. So, because she's short, cute, light skin, big booty, all that jazz. She changed her hair up every 5 minutes, that type of thing. But she's a super duper intelligent. Listen, she had a baby as she was a teen mom, and she was busting A's all throughout high school, like honor student. Okay, but she just has terrible judgment when it comes to relationships. So she's got the brains and she's got the beauty and she's got the booty, but the judgment is lacking. So I said, well, don't you think you might need to change something? Shit, before I could even get out, as soon as I said change, oh God, Lord have mercy. She started going off. I ain't changing nothing, and I ain't changing for nobody. And I'm like, yo, no, that's not what I mean. Not talking about, change in the sense of you just you become a totally different person. But if you know that people know that you're the type of person or that you have a reputation for dating drug dealers and you're a professional, she's a professional in healthcare, makes very good money. She's up top tier. She's a professional. Just know that. And you're always in your what's the word I'm looking for? Your basically so in your claim, not claim to fame, but your reputation is that of a girl, a woman who dates drug dealers at 40 something years old. Now what kind of craziness is that? So when I said change for the average person, they know what I mean. But because she's so defensive and so hurt and has all this trauma that will never be worked out in therapy because she's one of those Negroes that is not going to talk to anybody. So when I said change, I meant, if nothing else, you got to change who you're dating, honey. You know, you have to. So, for example, I said, well, are you willing to date outside your race? I mean, not that the average white man is going out of his way to date us or any other race for that matter. But she said she'd consider it, and she has dated, one or two white guys, whatever. She claims to have been engaged to an Italian guy. I don't know. Allegedly. But and I said, you need to probably stick with someone. I said you need to probably stay in the older dating pool because truthfully and honestly, the guys our age in their 40s, a lot of them, still have a mindset of a young cat. They trying to hold on to their youth too. They don't crash and burn as fast as we do. But even in their 40s, it's like, well, it depends on the man, of course. And apparently the one she been picking, they might even have some type of identity crisis. Because I feel like at 43, in your 40s, early to mid 40s, you should be ready and willing and wanting to give at least give a serious relationship a try and or settle down and get married. You know? Her thing is she's not gonna being a man having commitment issues. She's not going to date someone where she can't be the only woman. Da 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 da. That's not on the table, and I get that, but I'm like, it's a possibility that you may not be the only woman. And if you don't know what you don't know, and I think she also has an realistic expectation that um the man that she deals with is never going to cheat. Now, the type of men that she deals with, they are going to cheat because it's happened to her over and over and over again. You know, when she puts herself out there and she tells me she's one of those that she goes out with guys, she dates, she's out there meeting people. And I'm not going to lie, it's like might see each other every other week, every 2 weeks, at least once a month or once every couple of months. It's like, oh, I'm dating this guy, I'm dating that guy. Oh, we just broke, I stopped talking to him. Oh, girl, let me tell you what he did, this, that, and the other. So the guys that she's dating, you know, I just don't understand how she thinks she's gonna end up with somebody that don't cheat. I believe there's men out there that don't cheat, but the way she's going about it, I told her that I'm gonna find somebody and I'm gonna vet they ass and I'm gonna send her on a blind date and I just want her to do something different because if you keep doing the same shit, you're going to get the same results. Now, me and her hanging out and she also this just cracks me up because I just observe. Now, love her to pieces. And it didn't bother me. But so she's texting this guy that she claims had been so in love with that did her dirty. And they're going back and forth through text. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why don't you just block him? I tried to block him. Well, he always end up finding me. Or he asked so and so about me. And I reached out to him and asked him, were you looking for me? And da da da. And I'm like, listen, if I block somebody, they're gonna have to come to my house before they get my attention again. Because this dude did you dirty, but you still, even though he was looking for you, after he did you dirty, he told you all these lies, you chose to reach out to him and ask him, was he looking for you? Because you knew in your mind that you was going to give him another chance. And then when that happens, you want to sit up here and call all men dogs. Men ain't shit. Men ain't shit. So, I don't know. I was just like sitting up here. I just had to get this off my chest because I love this person so much. I just want her to find true happiness, true love. Even though I say fuck love. And I told her that. I said, you want somebody, and I'm saying that because, that's what we say. It's an expression. Personally, I think that you should respect your partner before you love them. And I told her that. I said, fuck love. You need to respect that man before you can love anything about him. Okay? And the other thing, um, and we're also at a certain stage where we not having no kids. So the kids is out the window. So we ain't getting married for kids. We just getting married for quote unquote love and happiness. Right? So I keep looking around for the centipede that was in my house the other night. I think it's gonna jump off the wall and attack me. Anyway, so where was I? I said fuck love, right? I wish I could put that on a shirt because I mean that shit. Love is so overrated and it could be such bullshit because it's such a Disney bullshit ass concept. Um, the way that um we as, the average human being would describe it. Now, the love in the Bible, that's a different love. That's the love we should be looking for. All those levels of love, agape, um, God's love, love for your partner. That's real love. The average person's, non-Christian love it's bullshit. Anyway, to me, that's just my opinion because it's based off of superficiality. It's conditional. What can you do for me? Um, you know, and it's more lust because you can't tell me that we have I mean, I know the number one reason why divorce is over finances, but at the same time, a lot of people so-called fall out of love. And my question is, was it truly love? Or like this relative said, she met a man that made her coochie thrive. That's not love. That's not what you base a relationship off of. And then, of course, she said, oh, no, it's more than that. I mean, it's more than that. No. No, it's really not. But okay, whatever you say, ma'am. Uh, so, I said that to say I had another point to make. I always do this. I didn't write this down. I'm going off the cuff. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this. So, so last point I'll make was that another thing that, and I'll keep it to her specifically, but a lot of women do this, and I've done it. She likes to, now I mentioned a man taking care of her, right? Or taking care of his woman in general. And the first thing she'll say is, I got my own and I don't need him to do nothing. I just want him there so he can da 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 da, and I don't care about money, da 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 da. So, you know, and I said to her, honey, listen, I don't mean no harm. You could take it how you want to take it. I'm not trying to, you can say how you want, whatever you want after I say this, but you can't lead with that. I told her you can't lead with all this masculine energy. I said, all that shit is masculine, as I curse. But, the thing, and I explained to her because, and now I want to cry because she tries to be so strong, and she has to be because of the shit that she's been through, which is, I mean, nobody cares. Like, the world doesn't care. Um, but because I love her so much, and I told her that a man is supposed to want to protect and provide for you. It's not about what you have and what you can do for yourself. That is not what it's about. And maybe he not gonna pay all the bills. Maybe I might split it in half. But you cannot lead with that. You can't make a man feel like he's not wanted. All this masculine ass energy. Um, so, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, well, and the thing is, at this point now, with the average man making, $45,000 a year, no, he's not going to be able to give you the lifestyle that you might want, but um and that's okay. But you cannot make a man feel like he's not needed in that way. And the crazy thing is, she makes good money. She's got a lot of good qualities as far as the cooking and the cleaning. And she's a great mom. Um, but at our age, it's gonna be hard to try to find somebody that's making more money than us, in certain career fields, especially in the healthcare field. I mean, at one point I made almost $90,000 one year as an LPN. I mean, I was busting my ass, you know. But it becomes tiresome. And after you done ran through your 20s and, you know, she chose a man that she gave her good years to that wasn't worth it. And I'm not saying that he was well, he was a bad person, but but she chose to give him her best years. And now look at her. I mean, not just her, but I guess I say that because I'm more so chilling right now for for a few reasons. So, I'm not looking for anybody. It's been 3 years for me. Um that I've dated anybody. So, and for a few reasons that I'm not going to even get into. Um so, I feel bad because, well, no, I take that back. I think I don't know. I know I didn't make any headway at all with her because she was texting this guy that she's supposed to, you know, she wants to be over, but then she's going back and forth texting him. And it's like, girl, if you don't let this shit go. But I mean, she's a grown ass woman. I'm not worried about what she got going on. I just thought it was an interesting situation, whatever. Um, because and then I was listening to Melanie King tonight, and a woman had came on talking about fuckboys and how fuckboys make women be the way that they are, jaded and, all jaded and disrespectful as hell and things of that nature. And I'm just like, here I am, here I was sitting up here with this person, this loved one, and I watched them go back and forth with someone, and it just didn't make sense to me because if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And that's on per. That's on per because I'm not going to waste my time because it's not worth it. What are we arguing about? Because you still going to be a cheater, you still going to be a liar. And I'm just like, what is the end goal? Do you want to get married again? And she's like, yeah. So it's like, and she's left up to her own devices, because she doesn't have any males that are going to tell her the truth. And here I am as a woman trying as gently as possible, but stern at the same time. But it's going in one ear and out the other. And it was frustrating for a bit, but at the same time I was just like, wow. It just makes me feel more better about the changes I made. But at the same time, well, first of all, I didn't tolerate a lot of shit back in the day. or now. But what I will say, I know for a fact that you have to ask very specific questions when dating. And the relative said to me, it doesn't matter what you ask them because they still gonna lie. This, that, and that. I said, no. I said, no, you have to be specific because I had somebody tell me, well, you didn't ask me. People lie by omission all the time, sweetheart. What are you talking about? You know? So it was just, it's funny to see somebody that's like kind of most would consider so far gone that, I mean, Lord have mercy. Um, it's 36 minutes now. So I don't know. I guess I'll upload it. I like to hear anybody's thoughts if they have any. Every time I get off, I'm always like, shit, I meant to say this or that. So maybe I'll come back with some more points to make. But I think I'm wrapping it up for the most part, y'all. Have a good night. And on that note, I'm going to fade to black. Peace.